Does anybody have demos or announcements to make?
Nope.
We have a question. Is there...
I tested
I'm sorry,
Web
what?
API. Oh, sorry.
So we have a question. Is there any plan to ever move our chart to Git? Yeah, we've talked about that a few times before. We'll do that eventually at some point, but it's I don't know. Maybe 2.0 would be the right time to do that. I don't know. But now that we have one unique repository, it should make that migration a lot easier. And actually, one of the reasons why we switched back to one repository was so that this possibility would be easier. Okay, should we do triage? Demos, announcements, nothing?
I got so at work, a guy I work with got Web API working without my help, which was pretty cool. So at least we know Web API works.
Okay.
Yeah. So if anyone says it's not working, it is.
It was demonstrated at the Harvest, I think. No?
Yeah, Sebastian showed it at Harvest.
So it was working.
I haven't seen any of the videos because.
Yeah, because we need people to produce them. So.
Yeah, the more people have, the earlier you will see them. So, yeah.
I'd produce them, but I wouldn't know how.
Okay, triage then, Sebastian.
Thinking of other topics. Well, let's see triage.
Sebastian, did you see that message from the guy? He's on the discussion board saying that the SQL, MySQL stuff doesn't work.
Yeah, it was demonstrated at Harvest too.
Yeah. I tried helping him, but he wasn't very helpful. He was like,
I made it work on my local machine at Harvest, and before I was testing with Azure websites too. It was also working. So I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe your colleague could try it and.
No, it wasn't at work. It was.
Yeah, but maybe he could try it and tell us that it works actually.
Yeah, I could ask one of my friends to do it.
Yeah. So triaging. Bertrand, can you recall us the number of bugs?
100.
Last week?
We had 80 or 90 last week.
I think it was 90.
Yeah, and I've seen the emails. You've been closing bugs like crazy. This week has been.
I had a headache a few times after work.
Yeah, it's been impressive.
But the biggest ones are still open. I fixed the simple ones. And yeah, so we'll see. Proposed. Boom. Yeah, maybe. Fix it. Have right access to this. Or is it a behavior? I don't know.
Who owns Clay?
What?
So, who owns the Clay library?
Bertrand and Louis. But I'm not sure it's from the library itself. Maybe it's the behavior that we apply. Not sure. Well, there is a null behavior, and this null behavior maybe is the responsible.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I think you need to override the not override, but implement the operator somehow.
Is it about an operator?
Yeah, the ternary operator is going to it's just going to use equals, right? I think the question mark operator is behaving a little differently. In this case, it is behaving differently, but I don't know the exact implementation. But I think you may have something else to implement that's not implemented right now. But those two should behave exactly the same. Actually, ReSharper is complaining when you do that. It's telling you, yeah, use question mark here. You can't.
People are having different conversation on the chat, so I see.
Oh right, so I was just saying that I've come across this bug where you do a list of IDs .contains and you put x.id in, for example. So whatever you're querying the ID, and it comes up saying that nhibernate doesn't know about the contains function. I don't know if any of you other guys have seen this. Also, it doesn't like the equals function. So if you do some, I don't know.
Yeah, hold on, Sebastian can tell you all about that. Stop right there.
Yeah, and Hibernate 3.
Yeah, there is also a couple of other.
A couple or tens of them. Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, for instance, even a string contains or a string start with and with will not work.
That's it. Yeah.
So I made a few extension methods for that, which will that an Hibernate will understand. So you can extend an Hibernate to handle all those things, but we have to do it. It's not by default because it's using the Dart. An Hibernate comes with 3 different ways of querying. There is query over, there is link to an Hibernate, and there is HQL. When we use the content manager, it's using query over, and there is a very small subset of link or of expressions that it can handle, and this is extensible. So I just implemented the start with and end with for strings. The link to an Hibernate is rather complete, but we don't use it. And the HQL is complete, but we just use it in HQL query. Well, the issue then is with Content Manager, and we need to add extensions to it. I could show you how it's done.
Hey Sebastian, speaking about extensions, I noticed a couple modules that, for example, the Q42 DB translations, and I think a couple other modules use this iSession.query or .link, I don't remember which one, from Hibernate 2, and it was the name of the property has changed in Hibernate 3, and I think a couple modules will break because of that, and I think maybe we should add an extension method to be able to use the the old property. It was a method. So so the old method name. It was something like session.query or session.link.
You need to file the bug.
Okay, I will.
I can't find it. Oh yes, I found it. No. How did I put that? Just trying to find where the Hibernate extensions are. So if you want to take a look, framework, data, I find the unit test, but there is no link to the source. Maybe I will find it in the history. So there used to be a search here and Hibernate. No. Oh. Okay, this one. Orchard content management restriction extensions.
Ah, so contains is supported, but it's...
No, it's not.
Oh,
Now
it eludes me. Okay.
Restriction, let me show you the code. So content management and friction extensions. So this is a class that I added in the system. The ID, so this is from an Hibernate, and you say register custom method call, and it's like a fake call. It's just for an Hibernate to understand that when start with is called on a string, okay, then it has to call this static method to convert the expression to an Hibernate call. And this is this one. So it's just saying, okay, I found it. What should I do with the method call expression? And there we change the Hibernate expression to use an insensitive like using this value. So see, this is intercepting the call to it and changing the Hibernate expression that is created when you do it in link. So same thing for end with and contains on a string, okay? Not contains on an enumerable of something. That's different. And at some point I worked on the any implementation, but I could not make it work. I was almost done, but I spent like 2 days trying to make it work and it didn't work. So that's the limitation right now. So the only solution, so when it's not working, the only solution is to make a reference to an Hibernate and use custom implementation of those things, custom restrictions, like doing that.
See. So the chances that it doesn't work because for this it only works for strings, whereas if I had a list of IDs, I would need to do something like, oh, I would need to put an integer in there or something along those lines, right?
Yeah, you can either extend an Hibernate to understand what you mean, or use the Hibernate syntax. Or
yeah. Okay. That's a bit sucky, but okay. That's pretty cool though.
So in what we were doing before on Hibernate 3 was that we were using the link provider and asking it to construct it dynamically. It was working, but it was using the criteria API in an Hibernate. We were using the criteria API in Hibernate, and now we can't use it anymore. And so, yeah, that sucks, but there is no better solution than implementing stuff like that.
Okay. Okay, thanks for showing me that.
So this one I put to future. Then behaving odd. Oh, he's mentioning Windows 8 and VS 2012. It seems dynamic compilation is not working anymore for me on this system side. Maybe it's related. I don't know why.
It works okay with 2012. It might be it might be Windows 8.
Yeah. So, for instance, if I run this website, and I go there, you see this is running and there are widgets. Okay, if I go to widgets, filters, widget filter, and I put some big stuff inside and I save the file, F5, compiling it. It just doesn't see that a change. So I don't know. Maybe it's these file system watchers, but nothing has changed on it. Dynamic compilation is enabled. I check like here, config. See, this is enabled because this file is not taken into account, so I don't know. So if some of you have Windows 8 and you can confirm that it's breaking dynamic compilation. Nobody has Windows 8 here?
I don't know about that. I'm on Windows 8 and I haven't noticed it.
Try it.
Yeah.
Try
well, I work lots of hours every day on it, and
do you do that? Do that thing? Because usually what I do, I do a Shift F6 just to recompile this project, and I continue.
No, what I do is I do a save all. That's all I do.
Okay, it works. I don't know.
Maybe. Well,
try with a new one then.
Something different between.
And you're on OneNotex.
Yes. I may not be on the latest OneNotex.
Okay, so if you can try and say, okay, that doesn't work anymore because I broke something.
Okay.
Because I wanted to repro the lifetime scope exception from Zoltan. You know, the one where you change some code dynamically while you are in the debugger and it doesn't work. So I couldn't. Okay. Yes, behaving odd. So is there an issue here?
I'd close it.
No, but
tell him to open up one that says Windows 2008, Windows 8, and Visual Studio 2012.
Give him a chance.
Behaving odd.
So this one. Open again, Antoine.
Antoine, you should just fix it. Push.
There is a report step. I just want to close this one. Oh no, there is a priority issue. Okay, being the home page.
Looks like he's got a pull request as well, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I reviewed it, so it was okay. But there is another bug, I think, open for that, and Bertrand commented on this one.
Why did you close it?
Because there was a comment in the end saying, okay, we should not do it like that, let's create a module.
Okay.
And Bertrand said thanks, so it must be closed.
Yeah. I didn't see it, but that's fine.
Yes, do it. So this one has been fixed. Oh, this one has been provided by David Eden, the fix. By the way, if you look at the history, boom, David Eden.
That's cool. I'm happy to see that.
Well, I
almost fell off my chair.
Come on.
He must have really needed it.
You're being recorded.
I know.
Good.
I think everybody should thumbs that up.
So he's...
We should encourage him to do more of that.
If they're... Okay. Let's close this one.
Is there a pot of gold on the other side of that?
I can't find it. I've been looking for it. Oh, well, wait.
What?
There is it.
Um, what is cowboy hell?
Person, I don't know who that is. Wait a second, I've seen this. I had this today, but not with custom forms.
Isn't that when isn't that a dupe of something you fixed where if there
It's
isn't a
type
form,
definition.
if there isn't an existing form, no?
It's a type definition. The type definition is null. That's what's actually null in this instance. I know it says line 3, but it's not. I put money that it's type definition. No, sorry. The display name on type definition is null, and that's and that blows up. What happened today is I had to keep killing off my database, and then it ended up solving itself without me having to change any code, which was really weird.
Add a new custom form from the manage custom forms.
This is
Okay.
there's something on the Orchard forums already about this, and I think Bertrand, you just said that it was bad data.
Yeah.
It's okay. I don't mind. 1 second. This might
Question
be it.
is what corrupted that data?
That one, I think.
The display name should not be null. So what made it?
Oh yeah, you can. Let me see. I think I have a repro of that. I have an ID.
There's one other one.
Oh, null, I don't know, but if we do that,
Yeah, show me how it can be null. Can it be null if you just add... Oh, I don't know.
no.
Is that...
Or maybe if the type has been created from migration.
Where is that display name in terms of Orchard? Is that on the
It's a setting, you mean?
Oh, it's just it's a setting, is it?
So that's why I say maybe it's the migration. If you create a content type with a migration,
What,
like
the setting on what? Is it content path setting or what?
look, let me show you. This is widgets. I go to migrations and I go to display. Yeah, there is no display name here. Okay. But if you create a new type, maybe this is because this one doesn't create a type. So let me show you. I create that. Update from 4. Type definition? Is it how we create a type?
So you
Just
mean
also
if you
alter
do it
type
from
will create
code,
one.
Sorry?
if you do it from code and set it to null, it will be null. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Or
what's
if you
the
don't define anything, what I mean is that if you create a type like this, like foobar,
how do you set the setting on this?
Oh, it doesn't
say-
have a display name.
yeah,
Uh,
and you like say for
well,
instance
so we should be resilient to that.
with part, or maybe you're just trying to see with part and let's say title part. I compile,
That would be okay, but how?
I go there, so it's running it.
You know what the name of the settings part is for the display name?
Dashboard, content, types, and I should have a foobar. Foobar. The display name is foobar, so even like that.
But what happens if you haven't got a title part? So if you've just got a common part and
No, that's they. What's the link with that? It's just I just wanted no display name, so
okay,
displayed as.
display name.
I wanted to try without calling displayed as. Now I set the settings. I set the settings to.
Maybe I just had a bad migration or something.
No.
Okay.
No. Yes, I can have null. Okay, I can have null. So now if I get.
Just create one. If you go and try and create one, it will blow.
Custom form just to see because it was custom form. And I go to forms, new. Where is this code?
Go edit. Go and create the edit the custom form or something.
Where is this file? Oh, create. Okay.
Right, you've got a lot of nulls at the top.
Oh, here. Yeah, there must be one of those.
Foobar 2.
Okay, creatable, save. Boom. Okay. Yeah. What is the OMC page? Okay, then this is actually search whole thing from all the.
What's OMC?
Orchard module challenge. All other fields from the current particle are bindable. This should be useful when trying to filter items by their container.
Did you get my email? Did you get my email? No?
You're not muted, Ilan.
Is cannot create binding for container. I think we already had this request. I'm sure it's doable.
you can do that with that's kind of what I brought up today, wasn't it, Bertrand? I-shape tracing, I-shape provider, or whatever it is. You can hide it. I don't think you should make them ignore them.
Well, there are a few places that blow up when.
The shape tracer is just very, very, very heavy. I don't think you need to ignore them.
I understand. Displaying a text field within an HTML attribute.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So what is the issue?
Well, yeah, don't do that. That is.
Shape tracer to ignore alternate fields. What is an alternate field? Does someone know what an alternate field is?
But I still see the scenario here. If you're in a projection, for example, and you write and you use a field value in.
Okay, and what's the link with?
No, actually, that won't create a shape. So
yeah.
What's the scenario really?
Yeah.
I mean,
repo steps.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
As for repo steps.
Right, okay. No, but this is not a bug. But we could add a way to cause shapes to be ignored by shape tracer.
Well, ask him what he means with examples. Ask for an example of what he means.
And he says he modified the shape tracing wrapper. Well, don't do that. Oh, that's his solution.
Code mirror. What the hell is that? 2012.
Good.
Why doesn't he just inject direct repository instead of getting it through work context?
Well, technically, maybe he's right. Maybe it doesn't work, but
it's the as expected that is debatable, because what is he expecting exactly? That it works, maybe. Why go through services and?
well, maybe he first tried this and then he made it work using that, and then he's questioning why didn't it work in the first place.
I'm not following. The guy has something that works.
Maybe it was maybe
Then
no
he
maybe
tries to make it more complicated,
No.
and then it doesn't work. And
no maybe no the bug is listed like that, but maybe he did the other way. Maybe he did that, and then he found that it was not working, so he tried with that, and then it was working. So then he created the bug saying, "Hey, why is that is working and not this one?" So it's just a discussion. It's not.
yeah. So is there a clear scenario that is legitimate where this is an issue?
This is bullshit. No, this is really nice idea. Actually, it made me think about what was rendered, and yeah, it totally makes sense. I don't know why I made it like that. So right now I'm just returning a shape, like what was it for? Field, yeah, like text field. Boom, and it's rendered, and then you can define if it's in the placement. Okay, let's display it on the front end, on the summary, okay. But returning 3 different shapes would let you not only define where it's displayed, but also customize the display on different targets, like you see, without using alternates. It's like a shape, like we do for other pieces of shape in Node.js. So this makes sense, but not for 1.6.
Seb, I think you just made it release 1.6 on that ticket.
Sorry?
I think you just made release 1.6 for this ticket.
Yeah, that's a big issue. Thanks. Resolve URL works with incorrect culture value. What is resolve URL? Okay, resolve URL is. Oh, who did that? Dave? That's possible, yeah. Dave never understood localization and globalization, so.
Hold on. What are they doing?
You mean the guy who wrote
jQuery globalization?
He never understood it.
Obsolete JavaScript. Okay.
You can criticize him. He's working for Blizzard now. So.
Yeah. Okay, let's reopen this one then, because I have more repro step. Last one. Okay, custom content type tutorial, create a new content and running website. No, it works for me. Yeah, it works for me. Control Pro. I created lots of new types on i10, so. $39. That's okay.
Just hit proposed one more time.
What?
Just hit proposed one more time.
There are some of them which are still proposed because we are asking for more details. We are not closing them, but asking.
Okay.
asking for more details. That's it. That's just it. They are pending. So, and if there is no more detail next triage, we'll close them like we do usually.
I raised one about 10 seconds ago, that's why.
Oh, okay. Which one?
Second one down. It might help with shape tracing. I just checked to see if the libraries were out of date, and they are. Code Mirror is quite far behind. And jQuery templates is like pre 1.0.
jQuery plan.
That's that runs
So
off.
what is one pre one? What is there a link between the two of them? Code Mirror and this one?
Well, they're both in the shape tracing module.
Okay, Code Mirror.
jQuery,
Okay.
jQuery templates is in the core, and the code mirror is quite far out. Well, I don't know if it's quite far out of date because you guys didn't include or whoever wrote it didn't include the version in it when they put it in Orchard. So
I'm not sure we can upgrade Code Mirror because the syntax for Razor was on a specific version. I'm not sure. I think they changed everything, or maybe I used it. I have to check.
okay.
But
It doesn't need to be for 1.6.
what is the link with jQuery templates and Orchard?
Well, you've got jQuery templates. You've got the JavaScript libraries in Designer Tools.
JavaScript libraries in Designer Tools.
You've got jQuery.templates.javascript.tmpl.js.
Let me see. I'm using that in the shape tracing. Okay. Yeah, I remember. I optimize. Okay, yeah. For optimization, it's using jQuery templates. Okay, I remember. And yeah.
It's just an old version. That's all. It doesn't need to be for 1.6 though. I probably wouldn't. It might be a bit.
Yeah, let's see later.
Disastrous.
Because there's one. Both of them are
It's probably an issue, but
shape tracing. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's not urgent.
Okay.
It's not blocking. There are some libraries we needed to upgrade because they were blocking some scenarios, but those one are not blocking any scenario.
No.
It's just upgrades, maybe bug fixing, but that we didn't hit.
Sure.
I upgraded the jQuery 1.8.2 yesterday.
I did see, yes.
Okay. Done?
Okay. Well, should be done next week then. 39.
Maybe. Also, a big issue is that. Yeah, so just for J, they are open here and here. That's why I had asked the guy if be careful if we need to change it, we need to ensure that it was not due to another bug that we change it like that. And he said, I have looked and no, it's not changed. Then you just say, yeah, it's breaking another one. And actually the other one just says that, yeah, we changed it. So yeah. So maybe we have two issues. Some blog engines who want the XML declaration, and some others who don't want the XML declaration. Then how do we do? I'll take a look.
What does LiveWriter want?
LiveWriter works. No, it's so this one was for a weird one, like so what was it? Blogz wants the XML declaration, which makes sense. Okay, and then this old bug which was fixed was for Blogger Plus, which seems didn't want the XML declaration.
Ouch.
think, I'm not sure it was the issue, but the fix we applied here, which was that, is removing the XML decoration, so only. That's the only difference.
Yeah, it needs to work first for everything.
See, response from server does not contain valid XML. Byte more. I'll check what is the correct way for sending the answer here, and I take the RFC and it will work. Okay, I take a look at your other comment. So see you next week.
Yep.
Always a pleasure.
Bye everyone.
Okay,
See you next
bye.
week.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next week.